Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode of the Advocate Table. We are so glad you guys are here. But today we're going to talk about ALA slash MFE a little bit.
Yeah.
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 So all three of us last weekend went to the ALA conference in Sacramento, right?
Yep. Yeah.
It was in Sacramento. Yeah. It was super duper fun. So if you don't know what ALA and MFE stand for, MFE stands for Made for Excellence, and then ALA is Advanced Leadership Academy. So we went last weekend. It was super duper fun. For me personally, this was my first MFE ALA. So I was actually supposed to be in MFE, but they didn't have enough spots. So I dipped and I went to ALA.
It worked
Blue
out for the
boas,
better. Yeah.
blue boas at
strike
Tessa
first,
Camacho.
hold tight. Boas, win the fight. Strike first, hold tight. Boas, win the fight.
So we were in Tessa Camacho's team.
Yes,
She was a great coach.
Yes,
we love Tessa.
Number one coach.
I mean, I know for me personally, I definitely got closer to Tessa this conference. I mean, I knew the whole team. I've met them all.
Right.
But Lily, I mean, I knew her kind of the most. But other than that, I got to talk to Tessa a lot. We hung out at the dance pretty much the whole time. That was fun. We love the whole team, really. They're all amazing people.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part of ALA was number one, getting to go to ALA, because I was thinking MFE, which it would have still been so much fun because I see it all over Instagram of their MFE, and I was like, okay, period. And I mean, we heard it from the other room too.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But getting to go to ALA was such an experience because I've never been to any of those conferences. Also, all the chanting we did, that's such a highlight. It's so we don't really get that anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that was super fun. Obviously the dance. I think I'd probably put the dance at number one because if you know me, I love dances. I love music. I love dancing. I love it, and I had so much fun. But also for me was obviously meeting so many new people. I feel like the atmosphere of ALA and MFE is like no other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so everyone there, and this is also at any conference I feel like I've ever been to, is that everyone seems like they're friends, which I feel like it's just FFA family kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I could talk to any of those people in that room about anything. We also got interviewed. So like I said, meeting new people, that was a lot of fun. Getting to know people I've already known, you know what I'm saying? Getting to know them a little bit further. But another one of my favorite parts was getting to talk to Piper Lakey, because if you guys know, she's my favorite person. I love her. And I talked to her, I gave her a hug, we got a cute picture. So ALA, let's talk about it.
So I went to MFE last year and had the time of my life. So I was so excited to go to ALA this year. I remember last year hearing ALA from the MFE room, and I was like, whoa, that sounds really fun. But then this year I was in ALA, I was like, whoa, MFE sounds fun. It's just a great conference. It's an amazing conference. It's a great way to see your state officers before state conference. Mm-hmm. Because I remember my freshman year, going to my first state conference, I was like, who are these people on the stage? How did you get there? But then my sophomore year, I was able to go to MFE and interact with the state officers and just connect with them on a more of a member level instead of putting them on the pedestal that I think they're on. But no, they're people too, and it's just it's amazing to connect with them and really get that one-on-one experience with them and just learn from them. It's a great way to bond with your chapter too. We did so many chapter things at ALA. It was a lot of chapter planning, which is great. I really hope that I'm able to bring some of the stuff that we planned to our chapter. I know one of the things we talked about a lot was chapter pen pals. Really want to get that instated in our program. And I think it's just an amazing conference too, because you're able to learn foundational leadership and personal development, and you can really use it during the rest of your FFA journey and throughout your life. The thing with MFE and ALA, it's a great way to network with whoever's there, people from across your state. Thinking about it, MFE last year, we were there together.
I know, that's crazy.
Interacted with you here and there, but it was nothing oh, hey, friend. Right. It's a great way to just connect with other members on a personal level, and especially during breaks in the dance.
Mm-hmm.
So fun.
Dance was so much fun.
I met a lot of people this year, and it was a great time. I hope I get to go back by some miracle. And I feel like it's a great conference to kind of like get you hyped for state.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, I just did a really super fun conference. Like, it was just fun to interact with all the members, see the state officers, learn and build your leadership skills. But then you're like, ooh, I get to do a longer one and a bigger one in like 2 months.
I'm starting to realize more and more that the state officers, I've put them on a pedestal since, like Ella talked about, since I was a freshman. Obviously, they're amazing people. They work so hard for what they have. But to think that, like, they're people, like, I think when I was hanging out with Tessa, I feel like it kind of clicked in my brain almost. And I was like, I don't even, like, see her as a state officer right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she was a friend.
She was
like,
a friend.
We were
she was a mentor. Like, of course.
She's just a person.
She's just a person. And I think that they all obviously have that trait. Just like Darren coming up to us and just talking to us.
Yeah.
Lily always talking to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them individually, like, just carry such a good head on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Right.
And the fact that they look at us, like, not as members, not as somebody who's lower than them, but genuinely as friends. And, like, now that I've created a connection with a lot of them, I think it just shows me that they're not like,
They're not scary.
they're not scary. Yeah.
And to like add on, like, it was like you see Tessa and the rest of them, you know, singing along to all of our favorite songs, and you're like, oh, they're singing along too. Like,
yeah,
it's just surreal in a way,
Mhm.
and also just eye opening. It's like comforting to know that you can have, like you're saying, like a mentor and a friend all in one.
right. Yeah.
Someone who's able to guide you, but also, you know, be there for you when you need
Mhm.
it and just lift you up and encourage you. Well, Lexi, do you wanna share your experience?
Yeah, I'd love to. Just like Ella, I went to MFE last year, and this year I got to go to ALA, and like the same thing. Like last year I was at MFE, I was like, wow, like ALA sounds like so much fun. And then I could hear their dance battle going on in the last and I was like, wait,
so much.
I was like, wait, let me go back.
Sophia singing. We're like,
Yes, I love seeing
Yeah.
like all the Instagram stories. I'm like of Sophia, Ryan, and Darren just singing their hearts out. I'm like, yes, I love them. But no, I had the blast at ALA. We got to learn about the 4 stages of leadership development, which was really cool and kind of eye opening to see like the different stages. And like, there's normally like you go through something and it's just like something, but like to see like the different like stages of it and to be like
Exactly.
identifying them in your own situations was really cool.
Oh.
Yes.
And to like get to learn how to listen to people and be engaged with people and interact
Mhm.
with people in a professional way that encourages them to keep going was truly eye-opening to
Mhm.
learn those different traits and skills. Of course, all the games were super fun.
Mhm.
Swish or miss. I
Swish or
loved
miss.
it. Obviously blue boas, strike first, hold tight. Boas won the fight.
Yes,
Coach
she did.
Coach Tessa
Coach
on
Stand
top.
Stand on business.
Literally.
She definitely did.
Yes, she did. It was so much fun. Of course, the highlight for me is always the dance, though.
I feel like
So
that's for
fun.
everyone.
I was sweating so much. It's not
Oh
even
my
funny.
gosh,
so
yes.
bad.
If you're not
So
sweating, you're
bad.
not doing it right.
Right, exactly. Like hitting the
If your
soldier
voice
boy,
is not kind
the
of
church
Church
clap,
clap.
like
Yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe. Like it's all so fun. To like,
Yeah.
like you guys said, like getting to dance with the state officers and like PSOs and all that. Like it's
Yeah.
just so eye opening to be like,
Mhm.
wow, they really are just people. Like they're dancing to the same songs as I am. Like
Right.
we're all just having the time of our lives, and like
Yeah.
you just kind of forget that like they're like state officers for a second, and you just see them as people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like to have that moment is truly eye opening because I was the same way as Gracie. Like my freshman year, like I was like, wow, like these people, like I can never be like them. Like they're on such a pedestal, and it's unintentional. We unintentionally put them on this
Yeah.
higher pedestal than us, just like as like life goes on, not because they did something, just because like that's how like the hierarchy like seems at first. And then going into my junior year, like I got to go to RLC and like I learned like, wow, these people are just people.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting to like talk to like Josh and Gianna and like Camille and all them, I was like, wow, they're just people. And so like ever since that, like I've been able to like look at PSOs and be like, wow, like I was so intimidated by them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I wanted to go up to talk to them so much, but I was so scared because I was like, I'm so like I don't deserve to go talk to them.
Right.
And to get to know that they were just people,
Mm-hmm.
like makes me look at those situations and be like, wow, like I totally could have went up and talked to them. Like it like would have like, you know, like it's just so like eye opening. And like
Right.
now this year's team, especially because I served as a regional officer with most of them,
Mhm.
getting to watch them this year was
Yeah.
honestly just like a proud like moment. Like getting to see Lily at
Yeah.
ALA was just a proud moment. I was just like, oh my gosh, my Lily girl.
Yeah.
Because like she was one of my best friends on my regional officer team, and like I looked up to her. She was practically like an older sister to me, and so it's like, oh, like proud little sister moment. Like, aw. She'd be like talking. I'm like, oh yes, Lily.
So now for our third episode, we have a little bit of a new segment that we're hoping to do a little bit more as the questions roll in. But on our Instagram, we had a questionnaire, I would say. So kind of like a Q&A almost.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to kind of answer some of the questions that we received. And so, yeah, Lexi.
All right. Yeah, I'll pull them up. Okay. Our first question is, what is your favorite part about a conference?
I think my favorite part about a conference would have to be the dances. Like, I feel like every time I go to a conference, there's a dance.
Right.
And I feel like that time is just for you to connect with members and show that, like, not everything is professional in a way, I guess. But, like, not everything is about getting down a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can kind of have fun. And I feel like I love music and I love dances. So,
yeah. I think my favorite part about conferences is being able to meet new members and being able to make the most out of it and really kind of resonate with the people that are there and the people that are speaking and trying to learn from them. So like at state conference, like especially with the retiring addresses, like I pay such close attention to those because I love listening to the state officers' stories and what they've experienced throughout their year of service, and I try and connect it with myself so that I can better myself in this organization and just for the future. So I just love networking at the conferences and being able to learn.
I so agree with that.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same as Ella's. I love to be able to network. You guys know I'm a yapper, and I love to meet new people. I'm such a social butterfly, and just getting to hear like you said, state officer stories, but also just like other members' stories.
Yes,
Like
yes.
those first year members, and like at the end of their year when you see them at state conference and they joined in August, and they're like, "Wow, the way that my life has changed from August to March or April is insane." And to get to hear their stories, and even before FFA, their stories, and like what drew them into FFA, like what's their struggles been, like just getting to meet new people and hear their stories because everybody is unique. And I love just getting to meet like genuine people and hearing genuine stories that aren't fake and they're not like forced, and it's just like you're just being authentic, and you just get to know somebody's story on a personal level and to get to know their name, and like I don't know, it's such a surreal feeling to get to meet a bunch of new people and to get a bunch of new friends just from one conference.
Right.
And just getting to network with others and getting to know their story. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite parts. Okay, our next question is, what was your first FFA conference?
My first FFA conference was GLC.
My biggest regret is not going to GLC.
So
My
fun.
first was state conference, which was a great conference to go into, but like I was almost like scared at first. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
guys, like,
It's a lot.
What is happening
It's a
here? But like at the end, I was like, okay, I feel at home now.
Right. You want to hear something crazy?
Hmm.
My first conference was on Zoom.
Right? Yeah,
Oh my
because you were
gosh.
COVID year.
Yeah. So I did state conference on Zoom in 7th grade, and I was supposed to walk the stage for my agri-science prayer project, so I got announced on Zoom. And then in 8th grade, I went to state conference again, but finally in person. But then I went to GLC. My first high school conference was GLC. I love GLC. It was so fun.
It was so fun.
It was so okay. Our next question is, who or what inspired you to join FFA?
So I would say like a few people. I'm gonna keep it nice and short though. Like everyone knows, Piper Lakey. So like my first year of FFA, just like I said, my first conference really was state conference, and it was kind of like my first like I was jumping in with both feet kind of thing, and I met Piper, and like I just kind of like it sounds weird, but like I kind of watched her as she like went and met other members, and like so genuine, and she was just super nice, and I feel like she cared exactly what I wanted to do in my life. Like she asked me, what college do you want to go to? What are you going to do after high school? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And it was kind of like a conversation, and I felt like, okay, this is the first person that I've met so far in my journey that has genuinely showed me love and kindness and has encouraged me, even though she doesn't even know me. Right. Like, of course she knows of me. Like, she's met my family and stuff. Like, she didn't know me. And then, obviously, these two people right here. I mean, and my sister, shout out Abby. But I mean, I went into FFA with the mindset of I'm showing an animal because my sister did, so I guess I'll just have to be in it. And then it kind of changed into, okay, like, wait, this is kind of like changing my life. And my sister showed hogs all 4 years. She was, you know, on the chapter officer team. She was on the section officer team. Like, my sister, what I like to call her is, I still call her this. I call her Miss FFA, because in my eyes, she has always been like the best person I know and the best person in FFA. And then she just kind of like, I wouldn't say like pushed me and like showed me a better version of myself, and just kind of like helped me as I keep going, you know?
Yeah.
So honestly, like, I think it was just my advisors who inspired me to join FFA, because I don't have an agricultural background. I don't have any family who were in FFA or involved in agriculture. I was never in 4-H as a kid. Like, I had nothing. I went in with kind of the same mindset. I only want to show an animal. Like, I'm just doing an ag class to say I do an ag class. This is actually my first year showing an animal. It took me a while, but we are now here. So yeah, I think my advisors just pushing me and seeing how confident that they were in me and in my abilities coming into freshman year. They didn't even know me, and they're already trusting me with like opening and closing. You don't even know how I public speak. You don't even know if I can. So I think it was just really encouraging and uplifting to see that support that I have with people that I just met. So I think it's just, I love it. I love that I have, I built my community. So shout out to my advisors.
Yeah, my story's kind of the same as Ella's. My advisor was one of the people that really pushed me to get fully into FFA and fully jump into the water. You guys all know the story of got invited to a Parley Pro meeting in middle school from my advisor, Miss Stinson. And it kind of just went from there. Joined an ag class because I had to. I was like, gosh, I really don't want to be in floral. But then I ended up joining. And it, like I've always said, it changed my life. And I did end up going through a slump. So Mrs. Stinson and Mrs. Bisbee were some of my biggest supporters in middle school. They supported me through the entire way. Agri-science, creed, you name it, everything. And then when I joined high school FFA, I kind of went through a slump and was like, well, maybe this isn't for me. All my friends were quitting. And so then another one of my biggest inspirations to come back into the organization was Gracie's sister, who is my best friend. Funny story. When they were looking for someone to do creed at like our fundraiser dinner, and somehow she got a hold of my number. And I get a text while I'm in like history class or something. Hi, we're wondering if you could do creed for our upcoming event. Just let me know. I ignored her for 2 days.
Ooh.
Little did I know, I was walking through the quad and I look up. I'm playing on my phone. And I look up and I see Abby right in front of me.
Why didn't you answer my text?
She goes, hey, did you get my text? Oh,
let me see.
I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't think I saw it. Yeah, well, then I ended up like getting to know her a little bit more, and yeah, it kind of went from there. And she was like you should come to our meetings, like you should run. And it all, and then we got on an officer team together, and then she was like my biggest supporter, and she's been my biggest cheerleader ever since. Yeah. So she's been one of my biggest inspirations to keep going through FFA. And then also Mrs. Hamilton, one of my past advisors, she's always been one of my biggest inspirations as well, and has always supported me through everything, and also helped me kind of get out of that slump that I was in. Was like this is for you, like God's got a plan for you in this organization. Yeah. And so they both were like very helpful in getting me back out of that slump. Our next question is, have you ever been to national convention?
Yes.
I did, yeah.
We all have, actually. Okay, our next question is, what has been your favorite competition to compete in?
Creed.
Impromptu. Our next question is, what inspired you to make a podcast?
We've talked about this before, but I think, like we've all said, we all love talking about agriculture, FFA, and stuff. So, like, Lexi says this a lot, but it started off as a joke. Like, it was like, I think Ella came to us one day and she was like, oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Like, they started a cute podcast together. How cute is that? We were like, and Lexi was like, wait, I had an idea about that like a couple of weeks ago. And Lexi, and I was like, okay, like, period. Like, maybe.
Chrissy's like, guys, what are we doing?
It was
like,
a stretch.
Is this like an unrealistic dream though? Like, are you sure? And then we just kind of like,
I brought it to my parents,
and she brought it to her parents, and they paid.
And then we found ourselves as IKEA.
Yeah, IKEA and full. We were in a church parking lot, and we went over all of our podcast episode ideas. You
We
guys
did.
remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it just
Yeah.
kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Third episode.
I think one of the biggest things for me is the members. Like, I think this is another great way where we can share our stories because I love hearing other people's stories and being able to share my story because I think it's personally like it's so inspiring and comforting in a way to listen to other people's stories and just their experiences and their FFA knowledge. So I think this is just another great way where we can share our moments, our wins, our losses, and just really connect with all of you on a more personal level.
Mhm.
Another reason we also started this podcast was, and we say it all the time, a lot of people don't have social media. But most people have an app like Spotify or YouTube or have access to a computer where they can watch it. So I feel like this is another way to get agricultural literacy out there without it just being on a social media platform.
And
So,
I promise we
yeah.
are working on getting on Spotify.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But yeah, so that's another big reason we started it. Other than just to hang out and get to talk about ag and all that, but also to hear your guys' stories for like people that come on to get to know other FFA members, to get to know other agricultural leaders, to get to know other farmers and ranchers, to get to hear their stories, and also not for you guys just to learn about more about agriculture, but for us to learn more about agriculture and the industry that fuels our world.
Yes.
So that's
Period.
another reason we also started this podcast, and we're having a
Period.
blast so far.
Yes.
And we are trying to get some guests
We
on
have
the
some
podcast.
guests. We have some guests.
We have some guests lined up. It
Very
has been
special guests.
crazy
Yeah.
for pretty much everyone right now.
Yeah,
Like,
we're entering
it's
busy season.
application
We are.
season, CD and LDE season, state
MFE,
conferences
ALA.
coming up, MFE and ALA. Like we have
Yeah.
a lot going on,
Yes.
but trust we will have a
We're
guest
working on it.
Right.
very soon.
All right. We have two more questions. This one is Gracie. They want to know about your pig. And for me and Ella, they want to know about our animals that we'll be getting this year.
So this is actually going to be my first year showing this year, and I'm showing a lamb. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I get my lamb next Monday. I'm starting to set up my pen this week and to go out and get all my stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to show this year for the first time and experience fair and just the whole process. So it's exciting.
Gracie, what about you?
I show hogs at the fair. I've shown this is gonna be my third year. Technically my second. My first year, my pig didn't make weight. So I mean that was really tough, but last year was so much fun. I just got my hogs on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. And
What are their names?
Okay, so I did like a little poll and like everyone was guessing like it and the clown, and I was like, oh no. But I named them Carl and Russell out of Up. They're two cute
so
little
cute.
piggy boys. I love them. They're already my besties. I get to go see them after this, and I give them a big old hug.
Mhm.
What about you, Lex?
I've shown lambs. This will be my third year showing lambs. I picked my lamb up on Friday, so in just a couple of days.
Wow, we all kind of got them in the same.
I know, like
Same
all in the
week.
same like
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna name him Nash. But if
Aw.
anybody hates that, or if anybody has any better suggestions, let me
love
know
Nash.
because I love Nash. I don't know. I think it's so cute.
Nashville.
I'm
Like,
naming
yeah,
mine
short for
Pickles.
Like short for like Nashville and like I don't know. I kind of love
Disco
it.
ball.
It's cute.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
like I can
cute.
put like a disc ball in the post and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like last year, best year. I don't know. So but yeah,
Good.
I'm excited to get him in a couple days.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
All right, guys. Our last question of the episode is: if you had to explain FFA to someone who knows nothing about it, what would you tell them?
If I had to explain FFA to someone who had no knowledge or knew anything about agriculture, I would basically say FFA is a club in high school where students can join in an ag class and they can do hands-on learning in the classroom with agriculture. They can compete in events for public speaking and career development, and they can also attend life-changing conferences that will alter their perspective on the world of agriculture and the industry that fuels our world. And it truly shapes students into the people that they will become after they turn the tassel on graduation day. And it's just a life-changing experience. And if you're able to even get engaged in FFA or agriculture in any way, go for it. It's
Yeah.
so worth it.
Do it. Mine's kind of the same. If I were to have to explain FFA to someone that didn't know about the Blue Jacket, I would start by explaining that is the largest youth-run organization in the entire world. Like, FFA outnumbers everything. Like, of course, the other organizations like FBLA and all that are amazing, but FFA is the largest youth-run organization, which obviously is already crazy. But once you put on that blue jacket, you earn a family.
Mhm.
And like Ella said, you get to attend conferences and compete in different competitions where you gain leadership skills that not only are going to directly benefit you right now, but they're going to support you in whatever future endeavors you go into. You don't even have to be going into agricultural industry
Yeah.
after you flip that tassel. You can be going into law school. You can be going in to be a doctor. And these skills that you learn now in this blue jacket are going to stay with you for the rest of your life,
100%.
which I think is amazing and so beneficial. And also for those that don't feel like they have a place in their high school or their community, putting on that blue jacket, you earn a friend, you earn a family, you earn a community, and you don't even have to earn it. You just directly get it. Like, everyone just instantly loves on you. And so if I were to have to explain FFA to someone that didn't know anything about it, I would tell them that it's a family, first of all. You just step right in and you already fit in. And second of all, you get to learn so many new leadership skills that are going to directly benefit you throughout your entire life. And they're never going to leave you. And you're going to make some lasting memories. And it's so worth it. And my biggest advice would be just do it. Say yes to every conference, say yes to every competition. Just do it. You're not going to regret it.
Yes.
If you don't like it, try it once. If you don't like it, okay.
Right.
It's not for you, and that's okay. But I'm telling you, try it once.
You can say you did it.
Right. And I promise you, you're saying, no, Lexi, you're wrong right now. No, you're watching it right now and you're going, no, you're wrong. It's not for me. Do it once. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But just try it, because I promise I'm not wrong.
It is for you.
It is for you.
It's for everyone. Newsflash.
Yes.
Well, I agree with what both of you guys said. That was the end of our questionnaire. So, just as a reminder, if you guys see that on our story, ask us the questions. That we will answer them.
Yeah. Yes.
We want them. We want to answer your guys' questions. Yes. But yeah, this is kind of the end of episode 3. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Mm-hmm. And we hope to see you guys in our 4th episode.
3 episodes already.
I know.
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been so much fun.
You guys
too.
are the OGs.
No,
yeah,
literally.
OGs.
Yeah.
And we hope to have some guests on soon.
Yes.
Trust me, guys. It's not just going to be us every single time. I know you're probably getting tired. But we hope to have some guests on pretty soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, we hope to see you guys soon. So
Thank
bye.
you guys.
Thank you guys. Bye.